Right, here we go, starting the stream up. Salute to Knicks Nation. Another edition of the Quarantine Stream. CP from KnicksFanTV. My man J. Ellis from Nick of Time Show. J. Ellis, on this episode, we're going to talk about the return of the NBA. The NBA is back without the Knicks. But there are some key dates that we want to get into and inform the fans on. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about the potential return of one Mike Woodson, the fan favorite coach, has been named as a potential candidate that will come in for an interview for the Knicks head coaching job. So certainly, gave Knicks Twitter a little bit of a buzz today and certainly interesting. So let's start it off. They're going to kick back the season off end of July 31st. Disney World is the site, as we know. They're going to go with the 22-team format, 16 playoff teams, plus 6 bubble teams, and that includes 1 in the East and 5 in the West.
We missed the bubble.
We missed the bubble, JLs. We did miss the bubble at 21 and 45. We missed the bubble, but, it's so funny. If you had a full year of Mike Miller, you might have been in this thing.
In the bubble. What's the winning percentage? 33?
You might have been in this thing with Mike Miller. So
bring back Mike.
Yeah. So those of you that want to be in the lottery, thank David Fizdale. Thank you, Fizz, for starting us off right. You know what I mean?
That's a superstar. Who knows? We'll see.
That's it. So they're gonna do a training camp June 30th, which is at their home site, the NBA teams, and then they'll do it July 7th. They'll go to Orlando and kick things off. Key dates for the Knicks, once again, lottery, J. Ellis, August 25th. NBA draft lottery, August 25th. Mark your calendars. We are 2.5 months away, just thereabout. Knicks are locked in, J. Ellis, at the 6th seed. So let's kick it off on the Tankathon right now. You got Golden State in 1. You have Cleveland 2. Minnesota coming in 3rd. Atlanta coming in 4th. If the Knicks would have lost that game to the Hawks, they would have been in 4th.
But Julius Randle was too good.
It's just too much Randle. There's too much Julius and was spinning and winning. All right. Detroit Pistons 5th, Knicks in 6th. So as we look at the odds, here's how it's looking, JLs. Right now, we are looking at almost a 50% chance at 7 or 8. Jay from Florida, close your eyes because the Halliburton train could be pulling into Penn Station, JLs.
Yeah.
Hey, not a bad thing about my book, but just saying. 7th place is 30%, 8th place 20%.
Hallelujah. What's 7th place? Oh,
yeah, 7th or 8th. 1 through 4 is basically around 9%. No shot at 5th, which is strange. I'm not sure how the mathematics plays out in that regard.
Very strange.
Yeah.
0% chance at 5th?
0% chance
How
at
does that
5th.
work?
I'm not even too sure, bro. To be honest with you, I'm not even too sure. 6th place, 8%, and then 7th and 8th is where the odds are heavy. Again, doesn't mean too much. Doesn't mean too much. Last year we surprised people, so but that's just where things are in terms of the ping pong balls. And then the remaining 8 teams that are going to Orlando, they will slot in after that. Based on their record in the play-in games and in the playoffs. So those guys will slot in after that. And then remember, we also have the Clippers pick, which, will factor into this depending on where they finish.
So everybody should be rooting that the Clippers suck for the rest of these games.
Basically. We got to root for Mook to tank it up. Tank it up for us, Mook. Maybe we bring him back. We need a stretch four. We need a 4 that can shoot.
Yeah, Mook's been really good in New York and really bad in LA.
Yeah, well, I hear that, and you kind of expected it. Now he's kind of like the 5th, 6th option with the Clippers. Had to fit in halfway through the season, so
it's rough.
Definitely being utilized differently. You know what I mean? So that's that with the draft. Let's just do a quick Let's just do a quick lottery. See where we end up here for good measure.
Ah.
And Tankathon gave us 6th.
Ah.
Tankathon. I feel like the last couple times we played with the SIB lottery, Tankathon, it has not moved.
Stayed right there on 6.
Yeah, Tank it has not moved. And at 6, they give us Killian Hayes. You have Halliburton going 7th to the Bulls.
I'm cool with that.
Cole Anthony going 10th. You know, some of the names. Cole Anthony going 10th to the Suns. Devin Vassell going 11th to the Spurs.
Interesting.
You got Okongwu going 8th to the Hornets. Isaac Okoro going to the Wizards at 9th. We'll see. Interesting. Means nothing but just for ish and giggles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Never know. So we have the lottery August 25th. We'll see what we're going to do for that, JL. So I spoke to Macri. We're thinking if we're still going to do social distancing, we're going to do it all virtual. You know what I mean? Bring the whole group on and do a group watch party. And, you know, if things lighten up, you know, big time in the city, maybe we'll do something live. But I think leaning towards more virtual since it's two months away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Then you have the draft October 15th.
All
Draft October 15th. So,
man, so long.
Yeah. So it's a while. It's a while, man. We got, yeah. And then even longer is the fact that you have, they're thinking free agency tentatively will be October 18th. Training camp tentatively November 10th. And opening night next season tentatively December 1st. Remaining fluid on that note. So we always thought about that December delayed start for the next season. So you could be looking at 6 months from now to the next Knicks game, man.
I'm hurt.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So, yeah.
Of no Knicks basketball. I mean, I'm glad we don't get the chance to move up in the standings and mess something up. But still, just the fact I don't get to see my team play hurts a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Gonna be rough. It's certainly gonna be rough, man. But we'll get through, man. This is the number one show for the fans by the fan, JLs, as you know. So don't worry. You know, we always make the proper adjustments. The family's always in here. We're always talking Knicks. And so we'll figure it out, man. We'll get a solid content calendar together and you know, get to keep the people engaged until we get back into the swing of things. So let's see how that goes. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Gonna be a short show. Definitely want to get your reactions to all things Knicks. We're gonna get into the Woodson stuff next as well. So definitely call in 657-383-1509. A couple other things, Sales. Super chat has come in from Alan Berman. He says we're going to add LeVar to the head coaching list after we trade up to get LaMelo. He says Obi's still my guy too. Hope he's there when we pick.
If LeVar is the head coach and we ended up getting
LeVar's the wild card. Leon Rose.
you know LaMelo's going to play 48 if LeVar's head coach. I'm telling you right now. 48 and overtime.
Book it. Throw it in the books.
Pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we'll see how all that plays out. You know, one of the things that was interesting was Jeremy Cohen, my guy, The Coincidence on Twitter. You know, he was mentioning the fact that based on the fact that free agency and the start of training camp are so close this year, how does that impact the Knicks in terms of chasing restricted free agents? Obviously, the top two candidates this offseason is Brandon Ingram and Bogdanovich from the Kings.
Throw the money at him at midnight.
But the problem is, here's the problem, which he noted. The problem is the restricted free agents can't sign offer sheets until 6 days after.
Wow.
So you could be looking at a scenario when the Pelicans do match. You're way late into free agency. And your money's all, your money's all tied up. So then you have unrestricted free agents that could be off the board.
That's too much of a gamble.
It's too much of a gamble. It's not worth it because you know these guys are going to get matched anyway.
Damn.
You know, so.
Why do they do that? They do that to help the teams?
It's a short window. If you're trying to get a December start and you're gonna basically finish a portion of the regular season now in July and the end of July. Remember that. So you're in August. The clock is ticking, man. You're in a crunch.
That sucks.
Yeah, you're in a crunch, man. So
don't want to do no handshake deal because we might end up getting hit.
You get burned. You're definitely gonna get burned.
Like when Marcus Morris came to us, and the Spurs ended up trading one of their guys to the Wizards, and getting burned at the end. Yeah, we don't want that.
Nah, you don't want that at all, man. So restricted free agency could definitely be impacted there. I'm going to shout out some more super chats. Angel Rosario sent us a $10 super chat, JLs. He says, best show on YouTube, hands down. Salute to Angel. Peace. He says, NYK Knicks tape all day, every day. Halliburton over Melo at all costs. So he's going the safer route. Okay. All right. Kaiser Sose 718 sends us a Black Lives Matter super chat. Salute to Kaiser Sose 718 for sure. And shout out to Louis Luck. Louis Luck sends us a super chat. He says he wants to hire Fizdale again just to fire him. All right. Appreciate the super chat. Either way, man. But JL, speaking of coaching, I mean, what was your reaction when you heard that Mike Woodson was going to be a candidate?
I was like, wait.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, okay, well, is this a formality? Is this are we just going through motions? He knows a guy, you know, maybe it's just a favor. To me, it just seems like, I don't know, been there, done that. I kind of felt like when we got rid of him, he didn't deserve to get rid of when we got rid of him.
Yeah, Phil did him dirty.
Yeah, Phil did him dirty.
Dirty.
He never really got a good chance with Phil.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't know. We don't have a Melo here, so I don't want to do the ISO heavy offense that he was famous for when he was in New York. I'm not sure if we can adjust or not, so that kind of worries me. Being a head coach, I don't think he'd be seriously considered. But
I don't think so. Maybe outside shot, but you never know. I think, you know, you mentioned the ISO heavy offense. Does he bring in an assistant that's has a more innovative approach on the offensive end? You know what I mean? Does he change his philosophy up a little bit and sell them on something? Sell them on a miracle? Certainly possible, but I think he's on the outside looking in. But we now have 3 confirmed candidates that will be interviewing for the job. It's going to be Kenny Atkinson. It's going to be Tom Thibodeau, who is the odds-on favorite according to all major accounts.
Yep.
And Kenny Atkinson, as I mentioned, and Mike Miller. No word on Jeff Van Gundy. No word on Mark Jackson. People have been advocating for Stackhouse, but no word on that either. So what do you think?
Oh, excuse me. Well, yeah, like I would love Jeff Van Gundy, but after talking to Charlie Ward yesterday,
Charlie just threw all the water on those flames, boy.
It was just like it took him a few minutes to say, but really,
yeah,
he pretty much said Jeff wasn't interested.
Yeah, he's like, he pretty much in lesser words, just like, yeah, that ain't it for Jeff right now.
Yeah, Jeff. He was like Jeff has turned down some situations he felt like wasn't right. So I was like,
yeah, and you know, I heard that Van Gundy interview with Charlie Ward on Charlie's Chalk Talk series, and I thought the same thing. Van Gundy was basically saying that he's had opportunities in the past that he passed up. And he's had other opportunities that he was interested in and it never worked out. And basically he said when the timing is right, when the opportunity is right, he'll jump back into it. So, again, I've always questioned whether a rebuilding situation was what Van Gundy was truly looking for.
Probably not.
And I just don't see it.
Yeah, when you think about the way he left, you would think that a rebuilding situation isn't what he wants because of the way he left. But you just know he can still coach his ass off. So you hope that he changed his mind, but it is what it is at this point. For sure. And if he was serious, right? Let's say if he was serious, how would you rank him? How would you rank Van Gundy, Woodson, Thibodeau, Atkinson, and Miller? How would you what order would you put those 5 guys? For me, it's Jeff, my guy Jeff 1. Miller 2, Atkinson, Tibbs, Woodson.
Tibbs, Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
I would go Van Gundy 1 for sure. I would go Atkinson, Tibbs, Miller.
Oh yeah, my guy Miller last. Oh.
Woodson. I go Tibbs, Miller, Woodson.
All right.
Yeah, Van Gundy was serious. I would go for it. Again, Atkinson. I wouldn't mind an Atkinson Miller ticket. I just feel like it's a rebuilding situation. It's a young team. I want to go with a younger duo or a younger coach.
Rare.
That's just gonna build with the team. I don't see Van Gundy, Tibbs, nor Woodson as rebuilding type coaches. I just don't see it. A long haul. 4 or 5 year window. I don't see it.
I would see it if Van Gundy wanted to do it. Just from the comments I hear from young players from the Team USA. The Team USA wins that he was talking about a few years ago. He heard a few players keep saying that his coach is asshole. So just based off that, in my opinion, for Jeff and what he's done, that would happen. 1. Miller, Miller 2 because of consistency. I feel like he did have a few shortcomings coming into the season, but you still can't ignore the win percentage that he had with the same team that Fizz had. And I felt like some of the young guys were coming along towards the end. And I feel like coming into the season, having a voice that was already there, having some of these guys know what they already have to work on because the same voice is back from last year. I think that would help us. So that's why I would say Miller 2. And Kenny 3 because young coach. I still have questions about him adjusting, but I would just have him 3 just because of the Miller connection with the young Knicks already.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's go to the phones. Let's go down south of Florida, man. Ronnie Mack, you up, man?
Okay.
Yo. All right, Ronnie, you gotta call back in when you settle, man. You sound like you was at the beach or something, JLs. I'm kind of jealous, man. Ronnie was enjoying some sea breeze, man. Ronnie, you gotta check back in when things calm down, man. Kev from Mount Vernon, you up next. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
How you doing, bro?
All right. I just wanted to know if you guys know any information. I don't know if you talked about it or not. But with this expanded playoff play-in situation, are those teams excluded from the lotto?
Yeah. So basically, well, if they don't make the playoffs, they're gonna slide in based on record. You know what I mean? So they'll be in the lottery, yes. But obviously their odds of getting to
so they slide back in.
They're gonna slide back in, but under 8, and they're gonna fill in based on their record, on how they finish.
So it's the same difference.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's gonna be the same thing.
All right, man. I mean, look, man. I'm out here. Let's go Knicks. I'm Team LaMelo.
All right.
All right.
Still there?
Hello?
All right. I think he just dropped the mic on us. All right. Appreciate the call, Kev. Appreciate the call. Let's try Ronnie Mack again, see if he's ready this time. Ronnie, you there, bro? Hello. Ronnie going once?
Still on the beach.
Yeah, Ronnie's still.
You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, all right, I'm going to put my 2 cents on Woody. I think Woody is kind of overrated. I think that team that he had first, it basically had a coach on the field with Jason Kidd. And you had veterans like Kurt Thomas, Kenyon Martin. I mean, Rasheed Wallace didn't play much. You have Marcus Camby. I mean, those guys was coaches on the field. And his track record is just to the second round in it. He doesn't really make a lot of good adjustments. His rotations was tight. He wasn't very good for rookies. Remember what he did to Iman Shumpert? I don't know if you guys remember that. I think he broke the kid's confidence and spirit. Iman Shumpert, to me, was not really the same after dealing with Woody. Also, if you watch defensively, he likes to switch on everything.
Yeah. And
everything. And I believe in just getting them. sticking to him and locking him down. So, and Woody switched on everything. It became so predictable that these teams were picking us apart. And also, too, so he was terrible with that. He was terrible in rotations. I'll also give you guys my pick. I would go Miller, Jeff Van Gundy, Tibbs, Atkinson, and Woodson last. That's my. I think we should just stay the course with Miller, give him a training camp. Mm-hmm. If he would have had a training camp, we would have been further ahead and probably competed for a 9th seed or 8th seed. So I just wanted to give that to you. I'm always bigging you guys up and spreading the word for you guys.
Peace, Ronnie. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Woodson, remember Woodson took over for D'Antoni. 109 and 79 for Woodson. 580 win percentage. Obviously, a lot of that was helped by the 54-win season in his first full season. Go ahead.
He had a decent win percentage, too, after Mike D'Antoni left when he took over the end of that season, actually.
Yeah, then they made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They made the playoffs that season. 5th in defensive rating that season when he took over in the interim. 18th on Knicks tape. And 24th when he went 37 and 45. They tried to make the playoffs. They almost did and went 12-3 down the stretch, but lost some pivotal games and didn't make it. And then Phil gave him the axe.
I gotta go back and see how he worked with Shumpert though. I don't remember exactly what the deal was with Shumpert.
I don't know. I think number one, I think the ACL injury hurt Shumpert, and it's not like he was just lights out when he went everywhere else. He became a solid role player for Cleveland. He went to Sacramento, went to Houston, didn't really say much. I don't think Shump really improved his game overall after that injury.
Yeah, and what I always say with Shump is I always felt like I feel like injuries ruined everything for Shump more than anything. Because I felt every time Shump got comfortable and I thought the shot was starting to come and the game was coming along, he would get injured. And I felt like we just reset again. Yeah. And work his way back and then get injured and reset again and work his way back. It was just like a cycle.
I agree. On the switching, I saw people kind of, complaining about that again today. I think it's the same thing with Fizdale. I think teams in the NBA switch, bro. Whether it's on the screen, off the screen, like teams are still switching. I think you still have to have the personnel to do so, to give you that flexibility, and also the personnel with the IQ that's going to communicate out there and be able to make those reads. And I think a lot of the times the Knicks just never had that personnel that was capable of handling that type of scheme.
Yeah.
And they got exposed in that way.
There's a difference, though, between switching and being over-relying on switching.
Yeah.
Because when we were over-relying on switching with Fizdale, we got burnt. To the point where I just remember the Brooklyn Nets just killed us by, taking Frank off of Dinwiddie. And Dinwiddie just torched whoever was on him. And then when Miller came and made the adjustments, it just seemed like the switches were a lot smarter. So, I mean, NBA teams do switch, but it depends on the coach, how he teaches the different schemes on how to switch and when to switch.
I hear that. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Remember, this is going to be an abbreviated show. So we got a hard stop. We're going to get to some more phone calls. Definitely want to acknowledge the super chats that came in for sure. Almost 500 people watching right now, JL. So salute to everybody that's watching. We hope you guys enjoyed the Charlie Ward interview last night. We thought that was a solid one again. So definitely catch up on that one after this show if you haven't already. Remember, this show is available in audio podcast format, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and Amazon Alexa as well. So always available in audio if you can't watch on YouTube Live. So to Money Mark J. Ellis, he says, where would I be without KnicksFanTV? Shout out CP and J. Ellis. I'm good with Tibbs, Kenny Atkinson, or Woodson. His draft picks are Edwards or Toppin. Let's go. All right.
Tibbs, Atkinson, Woodson. All right.
And salute Kaiser Sose 718. He sends us a super chat. I can't read the comment. I can't see it. Well, salute to Kaiser Sose for the love again. All right, let's get back to the phones. Let's go to Moses. He wants to talk about the coaching search and the roster.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, bro? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yo, listen, let me tell you. If you're talking about bringing Mike Woodson back on board, man, I would say not right now. because I think we need a coach who knows how to deal with the rebuilding situation. And number two, when you talk about people like Mike Woodson, I think Mike Woodson was a great coach in New York due to the record that he had. But that 2014 season, they missed the playoff. It's not because of him. It's just due to injuries and due to the lack of the front office not giving.
And the Bargnani thing was a mess. Let's be honest. The Bargnani thing was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that too. Hello?
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, so that too. You know, that's why I said the front office. And he wasn't giving Mike Woodson enough good players. It still bothered me that we lost to the Pacers that year in the second round because we didn't have enough offensive weapon. But I feel like if they would have gave Melo some good star players and Amari would have stayed healthy, then maybe we would have possibly beat the Pacers. Thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate it, Moses. Appreciate it. We're going to run through rapid fire. I want to get through as many people as we can. Charlie from Brooklyn, you up next, bro. Just turn your TV down or however you're watching. Just turn that down.
Yo, hello?
Yo, what's good, bro? Go ahead.
Hello? Oh, my bad. Yeah, hello?
Yep, go ahead. Loud and clear.
What's up, fellas? Yeah, so I was thinking, I really don't, I really don't care what coach we get. But my thing is, I wanted a coach that defends the 3-point line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Because every time, I don't know how many times this whole season we got murked on the 3-point line. You know, there was a few. I mean, as bad as we were, we could have won a few games. You know, simply because we didn't defend the 3-point line. We couldn't. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Appreciate the call. I mean, he's right, JLs. You know, we definitely gotta defend on the 3, but we gotta have the right personnel as well.
Yeah, keep in mind, man. Did we have the right personnel to defend the 3? Is the question. I'm not sure if we did.
Yeah, it's the same way. What Tibbs's stint with Minnesota. You know, they look at the defensive rating and how they weren't that great on defense. Part of that was Jimmy Butler being injured. And the rest of the team just not, being defensive-oriented players. Like Sheed said on the show, if you got to buy into it, you got to believe in it, and you got to execute.
Yeah, and those young guys definitely didn't execute.
Yeah, you got to execute that, man. But I definitely agree with Charlie. And one of the things I said, speaking of Charlie, was whether it was Charlie Ward, whether it was X-Man, whether it was Sheed, the one constant that those guys brought to these interviews in terms of the direction of the team was stability and patience, JLs. Stability from the top down and patience. Whatever coach it is, whether it's Atkinson, whether it's Tibbs, whoever, don't expect them to just transform this team automatically, right? We still need the horses.
Oh, stream dropped?
No, it didn't. Shouldn't have.
Oh, I got a thing that says stream suspended for policy violations. Oh, they got me.
Oh. All right, I think mine should be still running. Yeah, we still good money. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get back to the phones. Let's go to Antoine from Antoine from Jersey up next, man.
Sorry, guys, in my chat. Go to KnicksFanTV. Mine's is down, seems like.
How you doing, bro?
Good. What's going on, bro?
All right, so head coach, I'm looking at Woodson. I don't mind Woodson. We need somebody who's shown that they can do a rebuild, and he did that in Atlanta. Atkinson.
I'm back.
Keep hearing this name, Jeff Van Gundy, and Jeff Van Gundy is the one who gutted the Knicks. He turned the president on the GM because he brought in Canby. He brought in Sprewell, and then Van Gundy got his way and bounced on us. The next year after we got rid of and mid-season after we got rid of the GM. So he can't come back.
I mean, I know people still tight about how he left and we feel like, the relationship with the front office was kind of strained, but yeah, that was such a long time ago, man. It's different pieces now. You still got Dolan here. Can they coexist? And what's his impact? What is his patience going to be for this rebuilding situation? I can't condemn him for what happened in the past, JLs. I really can't.
Still holding that grudge, huh?
Yeah, I can't, bro. Are you up and running on your channel?
Oh, it just popped back up.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
That's just YouTube being on that YouTube-ish, man. But it's all good. All good. Yeah, I can't condemn him based on the past, man. If he can still coach.
Yeah, me neither, man. I'm over it right now. He's still New York to me. If he wants to do it, he can do it. It's not the situation right now. Who knows if we get the right pieces, if he'll be interested in coming back or come back as an assistant or whatever. But
yeah,
I'm over it.
For sure. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Couple super chats came in, J. Ellis. Let me acknowledge. DS Piss 35. He says, bring in Herb Williams. He's got all the good stories. So DS Piss 35 wants us to bring in Herb Williams. AKA School.
Remember when Herb Williams was just everybody kept him no matter what coaching regime took over?
Herb knows where the bodies are buried, man. I think DS Piz is on to something, bro. Herb knows where all the bodies are buried, man.
That guy survived like 27 coaching changes.
Yeah.
It's like a word.
Yeah, man. I remember one time, man, I was when I was living in the A. And I went to the W Hotel. They used to have like happy hours on Friday nights. So I used to pull up over there. And I was walking through the lobby. I just see Herb just chilling in the lobby. You know, I think it was his wife or whatever, just macking. You know, like Billy D. Williams. I was like, yo, Herb, what's going on, man?
Oh, man.
Yeah, Herb was out there chilling, man.
Yo, before I even, back in the day, my day, I used to like get tickets and sneak up to the front.
Mm-hmm. When they used to let you do it, right? When you used to get away with it.
Yeah. And I saw this woman, she was looking fly. I was like, yo, who is that?
Mm.
I'm looking at her and I realized, that's Herb's wife. I was like, oh.
Yeah, don't sleep, man.
I was like, oh, my bad, Herb.
Herb is a G, man. Do not sleep, bro. Do not sleep. All right, couple more calls before we get out of here. Delano's going to be the closer, but let's go to Greg from New Jersey. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's up, Ellis?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, man, to be honest, man, I'm good on Woody, man. Woody had a squad. The thing is, I'm as upset that it makes me to say this. I want Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson has a proven track record of developing young talent, and he has an active pick against Brooklyn, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he still has something to prove. And the Knicks have a bunch of young dudes who they need to see who's good and who needs to get out of here. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that even I was on for Tips, but I think I'm more for Kenny Atkinson and then Thibodeau, just for his track record of developing young players.
Okay. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, listen, I don't think you can go wrong with Atkinson, especially when we're going to be looking for a point guard, J. Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to hold these kids accountable. They said he's got a fire under him.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you could go wrong with Kenny.
Yeah, at least for the first few years, I know that everybody keeps saying he's that guy who can develop these young kids. So even if he's not a whole full-time coach, which I hope whoever we get next is here for the long haul and not just a year.
For sure.
At least develop the young guys.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? Our upcoming guest, Jay Ellis, should know a lot about both guys because we're going to be talking to Raymond Felton this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time during the matinee stream. Rayfel is coming through to the quarantine stream, so definitely looking forward to that. And, yeah, man, we'll talk to Rayfel about Woodson and Atkinson, get his thoughts on those guys because he certainly played well when Atkinson was here for sure.
That's what's up.
All right, let's get to the closer. Delano, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to you and Jay Ellis, man.
Yes,
appreciate y'all doing this. First off, I want to say the show yesterday was a fantastic show, great interview. Charlie Ward was an amazing guest, and very much appreciated all the things that he contributed story-wise and, again, in hindsight to the Knicks. In regards to the draft situation, since we're so far projected as low as 6, and I feel like LaMelo is projected as a top 3, then we should stop really looking at Melo unless we're talking about moving up in the draft, which would require trading probably players as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at 6, and I'm good with taking any of the other guys that's been mentioned, Kira, Killian, Tyrese Halliburton, even Cole Anthony. I feel like, again, this is a point guard heavy draft, so we don't have to focus solely on LaMelo Ball or we missed the boat kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the coaching goes, I personally feel like Mike Woodson is a good coach, but I feel like him and Tom Thibodeau is basically in the same realm as far as they would be the most effective if we had a veteran group. I don't think that with a young core they would be as effective, and I think that would be a stain on their coaching and their leadership, and I don't think that'd be fair because I'm not a big advocate of Tom Thibodeau getting this job for that reason. Not his coaching, but the fact that we don't have the veterans and the
horses
identity that matched what he already has a reputation of bringing. So with that in mind, I would like us to either focus on bringing in Kenny Atkinson or retaining Mike Miller. Kenny Atkinson would be my first choice, and hopefully him retaining Mike Miller in a capacity on his staff, or give Mike Miller his a fair shake. And I appreciate you guys for taking my call.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I agree with him. If we end up with 6, the cost for LaMelo is going to be a little too high, bro. I
6 is going to be a monster.
So, I would certainly want to stick it out and see if we can, I think that we can still get a quality role player at that slot at 6. So we'll see how it works. Jay Boogie, let's hear from Jay Boogie, man, because he's been holding us down for a while. So let's close with Jay Boogie. How you feeling, bro?
All right. Shout out to you, Jay.
Hello. What's good with everybody? Everybody good and healthy? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Hey, yo, I'm an old head. I go all the way back and all that, but I'm gonna tell y'all real facts. I don't want none of them old jokers on the roster.
Bring in Stackhouse, Jay Boogie wants Stackhouse, man.
I mean, all them guys been spoon-fed, man. When Woodson came, he was spoon-fed, had a roster. Thibodeau been spoon-fed all his life, you know what I'm saying? Van Gundy was spoon-fed. He had a roster when he came. We need somebody that could grow up with these young guys, man. I don't care. You know I'm a Stackhouse fan, but I don't care who it is. It's got to be somebody young that can relate to the young guys, and the young guys will want to relate to them. And then we got to think about who want to come and sign with us, man. Some of these guys don't want to come sign with Tom Thibodeau, man. And the industry, you know that, but they still keep promoting that guy, man. It's simple mathematics. I love Nas. I love Hov. I love all that old music. But you don't hear these young guys playing that in their cars and stuff like that. You don't hear that, man. But we got to relate with what relates, man. Peace and love, man. Y'all guys keep doing what y'all do. I love y'all, man.
Drop the mic on him.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not wrong, man.
I play Jay. I play. I got my whole mix on Spotify right now.
Yeah, man. I have trouble getting into the new stuff. I can't lie, but I hear him though, JLs. I hear him. He definitely wants somebody that's gonna be able to relate to the young guys.
Right.
Have them run through walls for Tibbs is gonna be questionable. We're hearing Tibbs is the odds-on favorite, but he's gonna have to make some adjustments in the way he communicates with the young players. I don't know if Kevin Knox is gonna be open to the MFers and all of that. I don't know. I don't know how is that gonna affect him.
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure. RJ can handle it. RJ's solid. He can handle it, but
I feel like RJ. If you scream at RJ, he's gonna drop 50. I feel like
yeah. RJ will be motivated. I think Mitch will be all right, but I can't speak for the other ones, man. Can't speak for the other ones, but good show. Salute to everybody once again. Good show. Had to wrap it up. Gotta take care of a few things. JL's on the youth. Mitchell Robertson, Young Money Mitch, 74% field goal percentage, still hanging on. this season ends and it could be his, man. Could be his all-time field goals record. Well, I'm not sure who's even close. I should have looked that up before we came on. But Money Mitch, 74% field goal percentage. Let's get it going. Take it home, Mitch. Give us something. Give us a W or something for the end of the season.
Win that next year, and then next year you can mess it up by shooting threes.
Yeah, exactly. Next year, let it fly, man. But good show, everybody. Remember, Raphael coming through Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. JL, I'm gonna throw it over to you. Go ahead and close this out, man.
You know the drill. Definitely check out the last episode of youtube.com/show. It's not gonna be an episode this week. I was trying to get it to happen, but it's just too much going on this week. So we'll reconvene next week for the next episode of the Nick of Time show. Also check out the blog on youtube.com on nickoftimeshow.com, and also check out the old episodes on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and all that noise. That's all. Back to UCP.
Sure. Good stuff, JL. Said great job last night on the award interview. Salute to everybody once again. Almost 500 people watching, JL. So a lot of people want to tune in. You know, we're 6 months away from Knicks basketball. But make no mistake, the number one show for the fans, by the fans, are going to continue to give you guys the best content there is on the NBA stratosphere. Make no mistake. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share these videos. Very important. We appreciate all the super chats, especially during this time. But as I always say, there's free ways that you can support us. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Like and comment also below. Also goes a long way. Sharing these videos. And the fourth way, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. It's all free. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And yeah, man, definitely appreciate all the mods for coming through once again. Be safe out there in the streets, of course. You're protesting out there, protest safely. Be careful how you're moving. The Shells appreciate it. Everybody appreciate it, man. Pranav always appreciate it. John Talento, all the regulars, New York guy. Who you want to shout out, bro?
Sean Talento, because chat hop.
Yeah, he's always in every chat, man.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Fritz, of course, always holds me down. Mm-hmm. Alex, Ricardo, Custer, March Jetson. Now he actually speaks. I can't speak.
Mark Jetson, not Mark Jackson. No, make no mistake.
Not Mark Jackson. Mars Jetson.
Could be a Mark Jackson burner account. You never know, man.
Never know. And also shout out to Carmen Goldberg and Shooting Stars 24.
Yeah, sure. There was somebody who came in. I looked on your chat. They said they were new, but you probably got to scroll all the way up.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah. Salute to them. Matt Vasquez, appreciate it. Delano, always appreciate it. Pranav, Derek McFadden, appreciate it. And yeah, man, that Sunday, Raphael, Sunday, 3 p.m. Looking forward to that one. Make sure you guys catch up on the content. If you click on the eye icon in the top right-hand side, you see the video that we did on Kenny Atkinson from a Nets fan perspective. I got the Nets fan perspective on Kenny Atkinson. All the other player appearances are on that playlist as well, if you click on the eye icon. So we got, like I said, ton of content to get us through between now and the lottery start of the season. So you find that person, JLs?
I did not.
All right. Well, whoever that person is, we appreciate it. Jonathan Santiago, appreciate it. And we out of here, people. Sunday, 3 p.m., Raymond Felton.